Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Disposed or placed in a particular kind of order. Marked by an orderly, logical, and aesthetically consistent relation of parts. Having a systematic arrangement, especially having elements succeeding in order according to rule. An ordered sequence. Disposed or placed in a particular kind of order. The carefully arranged chessmen. Deliberately arranged for effect. Planned in advance. An arranged marriage. Sticking together. Two coherent sheets. Marked by an orderly, logical, and aesthetically consistent relation of parts. A coherent argument. Capable of thinking and expressing yourself in a clear and consistent manner. She was more coherent than she had been just after the accident. Physics, of waves having a constant phase relation. The same throughout in structure or composition. Bituminous coal is often treated as a consistent and homogeneous product. Capable of being reproduced. Marked by an orderly, logical, and aesthetically consistent relation of parts. Sometimes followed by, with, in agreement or consistent or reliable. Testimony consistent with the known facts. Based on known statements or events or conditions. Rain was a logical expectation, given the time of year. Marked by an orderly, logical, and aesthetically consistent relation of parts. Capable of thinking and expressing yourself in a clear and consistent manner. Capable of or reflecting the capability for correct and valid reasoning. A logical mind. Situated in a particular spot or position. Strategically placed artillery. Put in position in relation to other things. End tables placed conveniently. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. Representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. Usually followed by to, or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers as infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun. Smooth, especially of skin. Not having or joined by a seam or seams. Seamless stockings. Perfectly consistent and coherent. The novel's seamless plot. Successive, without a break. One after the other. In a consecutive manner. We numbered the papers consecutively. In regular succession without gaps. Favoring or promoting reform, often by government action. A person who favors a political philosophy of progress and reform and the protection of civil liberties. A tense of verbs used in describing action that is ongoing. Advancing in severity. Progressive paralysis. Favoring or promoting progress. Progressive schools. Gradually advancing in extent. Of a card game or a dance, involving a series of sections for which the participants successively change place or relative position. Progressive euchre. Of taxes, adjusted so that the rate increases as the amount of income increases. In regular succession without gaps. Of or relating to the sequential performance of multiple operations. Serial processing. A periodical that appears at scheduled times. A serialized set of programs. In regular succession without gaps. Serial concerts. Pertaining to or composed in serial technique. Serial music. Pertaining to or occurring in or producing a series. Serial monogamy. In regular succession without gaps. Occurring with or following as a consequence. The period of tension and consequent need for military preparedness. In regular succession without gaps. Of or associated with or requiring the use of the mind. The triumph of the rational over the animal side of man. An integer or a fraction. Capable of being expressed as a quotient of integers. Rational numbers. Consistent with or based on or using reason. Rational behavior. Having its source in or being guided by the intellect, as distinguished from experience or emotion. A rational analysis.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.